Have you ever wondered why, even though you're eating well, exercising, and doing everything you thought was right, your legs still feel weaker? Why do the stairs seem steeper now? Why does it take just a little longer to stand up from a chair? Is it simply aging, or could there be something else quietly working against you? Here's the surprising truth. It's not always about what you're not doing. In fact, it's something most seniors do every single day, completely unaware of the long-term harm it may cause. You've been told all your life that fruits are healthy, natural, and good for you, and many truly are. But not every fruit is suited for an aging body. Some of the fruits you eat every week without a second thought could slowly be weakening your legs, stirring up knee pain, aggravating joint inflammation, and making it harder to stay mobile. Today, we'll uncover the hidden risk behind certain healthy fruits, especially for those managing diabetes, arthritis, or circulation concerns, and how they may quietly sabotage your strength, balance, and freedom over time. More importantly, you'll learn simple ways to protect your legs while still enjoying the sweetness of life. If staying active, independent, and pain-free matters to you, stay with me until the end. And if you find this helpful, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you never miss a health tip from Elderly Strength by subscribing and turning on notifications. Let's dive into the real truth that nobody else is talking about, and it might just change the way you see your next fruit bowl and empower you to make even smarter, kinder choices for your body. Let's start with one of the most loved and sometimes misunderstood fruits, bananas. Bananas have been praised for decades as the perfect healthy snack. They're easy to peel, easy to digest, packed with potassium for muscle function, and naturally sweet. But here's the twist many people don't realize, especially as we age. Very ripe bananas, those with lots of brown spots, contain a much higher level of fast-digesting sugars. That means when you eat them, your blood sugar rises quickly, giving you a short burst of energy, followed by a crash. And for seniors, those rapid blood sugar swings don't just make you feel tired. They quietly fuel inflammation, contribute to fluid retention, and weaken the small muscles and blood vessels that keep your legs strong and steady. This isn't about blaming bananas. In younger bodies, a little spike might not cause much trouble. But after 60, when circulation slows and muscle recovery takes longer, these repeated spikes can chip away at your strength without you even noticing. Who's most at risk? Anyone managing prediabetes, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, or swelling in the legs needs to be extra cautious. Now, you don't have to say goodbye to bananas forever. The key is how you eat them. Prefer slightly green bananas, those still firm and less sweet. Slightly green bananas also contain more resistant starch, a special type of carbohydrate that helps stabilize blood sugar and supports gut health. These digest slower, providing a steadier release of energy. And keep your serving to about half a medium banana at a time. Pair it with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter or a scoop of Greek yogurt to slow sugar absorption even more. Want a lower sugar, leg-friendly swap? Try 10 to 12 fresh blueberries instead. They're loaded with antioxidants, help improve circulation, and won't spike your blood sugar. Speaking from personal experience, as a fruit lover, I still enjoy bananas a few times a week, but now I treat them with a little more respect, and your legs will thank you for it. The right fruit at the right time becomes a source of strength, not a silent thief of your energy. Now that we've peeled back the layers on bananas, let's turn our attention to another tropical favorite, pineapple. Pineapple is the picture of refreshment, bright, juicy, sweet, and packed with a natural enzyme called bromelain. You may have heard bromelain praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits, and that's true to a point. Here's the twist. The amount of bromelain found naturally in fresh pineapple is quite small, far less than what you get from a supplement. And the trade-off is that pineapple also carries a hefty load of natural sugars and strong acidity, two things that deserve a second look for anyone over 60. You see, as we age, our blood vessels and joint tissues become more sensitive. When you eat high-sugar foods, even natural ones like pineapple, you're adding stress to the delicate vessels that supply blood and nutrients to your legs. Over time, repeated sugar spikes can worsen circulatory issues, increase joint swelling, and aggravate stiffness, making everyday movement feel harder than it should. And the acidity, for seniors dealing with arthritis, gout, acid reflux, or those taking blood thinners. The strong acid in pineapple can further irritate joints in the digestive system. But don't worry, you don't have to give up that tropical flavor completely. Smart tip: if you love pineapple, limit yourself to 1/2 cup of fresh pineapple at a time, never canned versions soaked in syrup. Enjoy it with a protein source like a handful of nuts or a few bites of plain Greek yogurt, a gentler option for those with sensitive digestion or dental issues, to help stabilize blood sugar. Safer alternative: reach for 1/2 cup of ripe papaya instead. Papaya delivers natural digestive enzymes, such as papain, which supports easier protein digestion and may help soothe minor inflammation, making it a friendlier choice for aging bodies. Speaking from personal experience, I still savor a little pineapple now and then, especially after a light meal. But I'm mindful of the portion, and I always listen carefully to how my body responds afterward. The sweetest victories in aging come from the small, mindful choices we make every single day. After exploring the surprising truth about pineapple, let's shift our focus to another fruit that seems harmless, yet can quietly stir up problems in your joints: grapes. Grapes are one of those fruits that seem almost too good to be true. They're small, juicy, easy to snack on, and packed with antioxidants that can support heart health. You see them in every grocery store, every fruit tray, at family gatherings, and they're often praised as a smart, natural choice. But here's where things get a little tricky, especially for older adults. Grapes are also loaded with fructose, a type of natural sugar that acts differently once inside your body. When you eat grapes, your liver rapidly processes the fructose, and if your liver gets overloaded, it converts that excess into uric acid. Over time, uric acid can accumulate in your joints, leading to gout attacks, sharp stiffness, burning sensations, and that familiar soreness in your ankles, knees, or toes. Even a small handful of grapes can trigger discomfort, especially if eaten on an empty stomach, when the sugar hits your bloodstream even faster. This isn't to say grapes are bad, but portion control becomes crucial once you're over 60, especially if you have gout, arthritis, chronic joint pain, or slow circulation. Smart tip: stick to about 10 to 12 grapes maximum at a time, roughly one small handful. Pair them with a healthy fat like a few almonds or walnuts to help slow down how fast the sugar enters your bloodstream. Safer alternative: try 5 to 7 tart cherries instead, preferably unsweetened, fresh, or frozen, to avoid added sugars. Tart cherries have been shown in studies to naturally reduce uric acid levels and ease joint pain. Speaking from personal experience, I still enjoy grapes on occasion, especially when they are in season. But I'm careful with the portion, and I always check how my body feels afterward. Choosing wisely isn't about missing out. It's about giving your body the best possible chance to move forward, stronger and freer every day. And while grapes can surprise us with their hidden sugars, there's another summer favorite that can quietly catch us off guard, especially when the sun is blazing. Watermelon feels like the perfect health food. It's over 90% water, low in calories, and so refreshing that it's often the first thing we reach for on a hot day. But here's the twist many people don't realize: watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means even a small serving can cause your blood sugar to surge almost as quickly as eating candy. Now you might think, but it's just water and fruit sugar. How bad could it be? The answer depends on your body's ability to handle sudden sugar spikes, which after 60 tends to slow down. When blood sugar rises sharply, then crashes, it stresses your circulatory system and muscle tissues. Over time, this can lead to leg swelling, fatigue, heavier steps, and slower recovery after even gentle activities like walking. Who's most at risk? Seniors with prediabetes, diabetes, varicose veins, or chronic poor circulation need to be especially mindful. But the good news is, you don't have to give up watermelon altogether. Smart tip: enjoy 1 to 2 small wedges, about 1 cup diced at a time, preferably after a meal rather than on an empty stomach, as eating fruit alone, especially high GI fruit, may cause sharper sugar spikes. Pair it with a handful of almonds or a few bites of plain Greek yogurt to help buffer the sugar absorption. Safer alternative: if you want pure hydration without the sugar rush, Try cucumber slices with a squeeze of lemon or a few sticks of celery for extra crunch and hydration. Both are light, cooling, and gentle on blood sugar. Speaking from personal experience, as a fruit lover, I find that a juicy bite of watermelon is best savored slowly, with awareness. You can still enjoy sweetness. Just let wisdom guide how much lands on your plate. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free day by day. After talking about refreshing fruits like watermelon, it's only natural to think of another classic favorite, the bright, sunny orange. Oranges have long been celebrated for their high vitamin C content, their hydration benefits, and their ability to perk up a morning or a snack plate. You see them everywhere, from breakfast tables to energy-boosting juices. And for good reason, vitamin C is essential for immune health, tissue repair, and fighting off free radicals. But here's a side few people talk about, especially when it comes to aging bodies. Oranges are also very high in citric acid, and for seniors already battling joint inflammation, arthritis, or sensitive digestion, that acid can do more harm than good. When consumed regularly, citrus acid can irritate inflamed tissues, aggravate stiffness, and increase swelling in already vulnerable joints. You may not connect that extra ache in your knees or the morning stiffness in your hips to your glass of orange juice, but the link is often very real. Who's most at risk? Seniors managing arthritis, chronic joint pain, acid reflux, or gout should be particularly cautious with citrus fruits like oranges. Smart tip: if you love oranges, prefer Valencia oranges. They're sweeter, less acidic, and eat the whole segments rather than drinking juice to preserve fiber and minimize sugar spikes. Limit your serving to about 1/2 a medium orange per snack to minimize acid load. Safer alternative: try half a ripe pear or half cup of ripe papaya, preferably peeled if digestive sensitivity is a concern. Both are gentle on the stomach, provide vitamin C, and are much easier on aging joints. Speaking from personal experience, I still enjoy oranges once in a while, especially during flu season, but I now treat them as an occasional boost, not an everyday habit. You don't have to give up flavor, just invite the right kind to your table. While oranges bring a bright, tangy kick, there's another fruit often praised for being healthy, but that might quietly irritate aging bodies in ways few expect. Green apples have built a reputation as a crisp, clean, lower sugar option compared to their red counterparts. They're often chosen by those trying to eat lighter, cut down on sweetness, or manage their weight. And yes, green apples are refreshing, fiber-rich, and nutrient-dense. But here's the twist. Green apples are also high in malic acid, the very compound that gives them their tart flavor. While malic acid isn't harmful for most young, healthy individuals, for seniors, it can irritate delicate stomach linings and inflame joints over time. If you're already dealing with acid reflux, sensitive joints, or unexplained morning stiffness, regularly eating raw green apples might quietly worsen those issues. Some seniors notice tightness in their knees, hips, or lower back without realizing their healthy snack might be part of the problem. Who's most at risk? Anyone managing digestive sensitivities, joint discomfort, arthritis, or frequent leg cramps should pay close attention. Smart tip: you don't have to give up apples, just prepare them differently. Baking or sautéing apple slices helps reduce malic acid and also enhances natural sweetness, making them more satisfying without adding sugar. Stick to about half a small apple per serving to avoid overloading your system. Safer alternative: swap for half of a soft, ripe pear, preferably peeled if you're sensitive. Pears are naturally low acid, soothing to the stomach, and still packed with fiber and nutrients. Speaking from personal experience, I still enjoy apples, but now I lightly bake them, especially with a sprinkle of cinnamon, which may further support blood sugar balance and bring out a cozy, natural flavor. Health is not just what you eat, it's what your body can joyfully receive. And speaking of fruits that seem harmless but carry hidden risks, let's not forget one of the sweetest and most tempting, mangoes. Mangoes feel like pure sunshine on a plate. They're soft, juicy, luscious, and often seen as a tropical delight packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. And yes, they can be part of a healthy diet in the right amount at the right time. But here's the twist. Mangoes are very high in natural sugars. In fact, an overripe mango can spike blood sugar levels almost as quickly as a candy bar. And for aging bodies, those quick spikes and crashes can quietly chip away at strength, circulation, and nerve health. When blood sugar rises too fast, it triggers inflammation deep in the tissues, especially around the joints, muscles, and delicate nerves in the legs and feet. Over time, this can lead to numbness, tingling, swelling, and fatigue, even if you're otherwise eating healthy. Who's most at risk? Seniors managing blood sugar concerns, weight issues, diabetic neuropathy, or chronic leg pain need to be especially careful with high-sugar fruits like mango. Smart tip: choose mangoes that are still firm and slightly underripe. They have a lower glycemic impact. Their natural fiber also remains more intact, helping slow sugar absorption and keeping energy steadier. Keep portions modest. About a quarter to a half of a small mango per sitting is a safer, sweeter balance. Safer alternative: swap for half an avocado, seasoned with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for added flavor, without added sugar. Avocados are rich in healthy fats and fiber, promoting steady blood sugar and healthy, cushioned joints. Speaking from personal experience, I still savor mangoes occasionally, but today I treat them as a special treat, not an everyday staple. True vitality isn't found in a sugar rush. It's built with steady, loving choices. As we've seen today, not every fruit we grew up trusting is still a perfect match for our bodies after 60. Bananas, pineapples, grapes, watermelon, oranges, green apples, and mangoes. Each one carries hidden challenges if we're not mindful about what, when, and how much we enjoy. It's not about fear, it's about wisdom, the kind that comes from truly listening to what our aging bodies need. Simple shifts like choosing slightly greener bananas, enjoying fresh papaya instead of heavy citrus, baking apple slices instead of biting into them raw. These small, thoughtful changes can make a world of difference. They help protect your legs, your joints, your energy, and most importantly, your independence. Remember, it's not about giving up the foods you love. It's about choosing in a way that keeps you strong, steady, and full of life. If today's video helped you see your fruit bowl and your body in a new light, I'd love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Which small change are you most excited to try? If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Elderly Strength so you never miss tips that could change your journey. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Your health, your voice, and your presence here truly matter. Until next time, stay kind to yourself, and remember, a stronger tomorrow begins with one mindful choice today.